This has to be one of the most beautiful cemeteries probably in all of New England. Gorgeous, absolutely beautiful, perfect. What I love about all of this is how beautifully this is laid out. All of these beautiful upright Victorian stones. If you're a Victorian Goth, you'll find this to be absolutely romantic, and it satisfies your soul right there. Look at this beautiful lady sitting there waiting for us. Mixture of old and new. I love these markers here, giving their footstones a name. There's one over here that's a bench. Look at the size of this one. Oh my gosh. Oh, everyone stop. Look at all of this. It's an all family marker. The Parr family. And everyone who is in the Parr family is laid out here. Wow. Fantastic. Someone like myself who comes to places like this, it's like my own personal Disneyland. There's other Taphophiles out there who enjoy this as much as I do. It's very typical here in New England that you would be buried in a plot of land, a chunk. Behind me is examples of these large areas that they would purchase. They would purchase a chunk of land in which all of your ancestors could be buried side by side. How delicious is that? I'm going to go down a little bit over here. I'm going to see who this beautiful angel is over here. I'm going to go right there. So coming into over there on the other side, over here, where the car is going by, that is some of the oldest stones over there. Those are from the 1700s. But we have over here the Cleveland family, and each one of them have a unique stone. 1839. Here's some lilies on here. Browns. Let's look at our beautiful angel here up close. There you are, darling. If you look very carefully, there's a Celtic cross on this one. George Harrison Walker. This is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at this gorgeous tree. This is a beautiful example of Victorian stonework at its finest. Here we have the emblem of the family, and then buried out here around is all of the Peyton family. This is the Peytons. And I'm going to go back so you can see this. This is another family lot. So here is the Peyton family memorial, right? You follow my finger around, you will discover that all of the stones that are this way and in this square are of the Peyton family. Yes. So they'll have the P on the end of it. RP, LAP, FWP, PCP. Oh, this one fought in the American Legion War. Over here, MP. So these are all. Here, another one over here, the Clarks. All of this is where the Clarks are buried. So these are family memorials Now, my family is all buried in one cemetery too. Now here another one. These are all family stones right here. This is a family stone. The large national monument over here. Again, the Patton family here. Right across from Patton here and Patton here. We have Holmes over here and Converse over here. So these are family lots, and this is all done in the Victorian era. You can see how these stones are all laid out differently than the modern ones over there. Quite interesting, actually. Oh, this is such a beautiful, dismal day in New England to be doing this. Pleasure. Euratius, Benton, Reverend. Almira, there's a name for you can sink your teeth in. Wife of Reverend Euratius Benton, 1805 to 1870 there. These are also family memorials here. You can start seeing. You're going to start seeing over here the special symbol over here, which is for the Masons on their stones. I'm trying to read some of the epitaphs over here. These are also Masons. Elijah, something, 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 written in Latin. I can't read it. But these are all laid out beautifully with these. Don't you think this purple, all this beautiful purple that lines, this is all, if you're wondering what this is all thyme flowers, the herb. It's all here. Unfortunately, I can't read these beautiful stones right here, but these are some of the oldest stones in the cemetery. William Bruce, Griffiths. These are recently cleaned. These two are recently cleaned. The rest of these are corroded. This is quite interesting for those who are taphophiles like myself. These are not stone. This is metal. These were poured. And there was a fad during the Victorian era that this was going to take over getting stone, but it didn't last very long. But interestingly enough, they don't have any lichen or any mosses growing on them at all, which is a bonus, I would have to say. The Crane family's all buried here. Gorgeous, beautiful. Feels so right. I am walking on the most deliciously smelling carpet ever. Every step I take releases scent. Every step I take releases scent. I can smell what's under my feet. If you like thyme or you eat spaghetti and you know there's thyme and basil in your spaghetti, you will know the flavor, the smell, but it's completely. Ooh, everyone, here, this is another one. This is another metal one. This one over here is another poured. You would get these out of catalogs, and you can see how you can get the plaque. This came out of a catalog, and then you would just have the plates made. And Susan W., wife of Ambrose Coleman, there's a name you can sink your teeth into also. But this is their, see, there's their plates here. And there's no lichen growing on them whatsoever. Ambrose, that's a Victorian Goth name. Ambrose, if anyone wants to use that. Here again we have a grouping of the large stone, and all the family has been buried here. So it's not uncommon during the Victorian era that you bought a chunk of land, not a single grave, but a chunk, a piece, a plot, as they would say, and you were buried within. Not only is this one of the most beautiful cemeteries I've ever been to, it's most deliciously, wonderfully, herbally smelling under my feet. Well, I guess that has been a wonderful exhibition of a cemetery. It's close to my heart.